What's up, guys? It's Geo, and welcome back to our Creative Mega Series. This is week 2. In the last week episode, which was last week, we ended up creating Suicune as our Mega, and this week we're gonna be doing that again. And as always, this it really does take a long time for me to make with all the Photoshop graphics and stuff. So if you guys do enjoy it at any point in the video, please make sure to slap that like button. It really does help show support for the channel. But we'll jump into that happy stuff at the end of the video. First, let's jump straight into the rules. Okay, so for the rules of how we're going to create these megas, rule number 1, only 100 total points can be added to a Pokemon's base stats, because that is the rule for all megas right now, and that's kind of the same path it's following. 2, no points can be added to a Pokemon's base HP, because that is the precedent right now, and there's been no Mega Evolution to break that precedent. 3, each Pokemon can obtain a new typing, ability, and moves, as different Pokemon have obtained different things, such as, like, Mega Mawile got Fairy type, got a new ability, which is Pure Power, or Huge Power, I think. Pure Power, Huge Power, I don't know. And Mega Absol got Play Rough. But number 4, no Pokemon can be broken, and I say broken in that sort of fashion because broken can be very, very relative. So I'm going to try to create Pokemon that are as balanced as possible and try to list off potential checks and counters to these Pokemon. So the Pokemon that we are starting off with this week is Luxray. Luxray currently resides in the NU tier, which is not too great. It hung around there for all of 5th gen. Having the pure electric typing isn't actually too bad. And looking at his stats, it actually has some pretty good stats. It has base 80 HP, base 120 attack, which is superb, base 79 defense, which is okay, base 95 special attack, which is above average, base 79 special defense, which is kind of meh, and base 70 speed. It has a base stat total of 523, and it is the only Pokemon to have a base stat total of 523. It has 3 possible abilities, which are Rivalry, which is pretty useless, Intimidate, which has some great utility, and Guts, which leads to its most common set, which is a Guts set with Toxic or Flame Orb, with Protect, and then using some of its notable moves of Wild Charge, Superpower, and then Crunch / Ice Fang, depending on what you want to run to counter certain things. So Luxray right now has the problem of that it has no reliable recovery move. B, it's very, very slow. C, if you're not running Intimidate, it's pretty darn frail. It doesn't really have a lot of speed in order to allow it to use moves like Volt Switch and Superpower effectively. Like, you can run a Choice Scarf set, but it's like trying to run a Choice Scarf Dragonite. It's not really that great. It's kind of a neat idea in theory, but it doesn't really end up working. You can run bulkier sets with Intimidate, but it's not quite as good. Usually you're going to see a Guts set with like Facade or something, and yeah, that's pretty much all you're going to be seeing out of Luxray. However, in this Mega Evolution, we have given Luxray quite the buff, if I do say so myself. As always, we added 0 points to HP because that is that was explained in the rules and whatnot. We added 20 points to attack, which brings it up to base 140, which is really, really threatening. We also added 11 points to defense because Luxray looks more physically defensive. So we brought it up to 90 there. We have base 125 special attack, which is a boost of 30 points. We have a boost of 6 points in special defense, bringing it up to 85. And we gave it a 31-point buff at speed, bringing it up to 101. I think that this would put it in the UU tier because it would be able to hit a lot of different things fairly hard, but couldn't stick around in OU because of things like Garchomp, which I would speed up by 1 point, and I did this intentionally so that it's not super broken. It is in a very trolly speed tier at base 101, but due to its weakness to ground, it's not really going to live anything. I gave it an electric fighting type because it does kind of look like a fighting type. Doesn't look so much in this picture, but this was kind of the best picture I could find because I'm I'm not about to draw for you guys. I'm not about to scar you like that. But anyway, the electric fighting typing for Luxray does some great things for it. While it does add a new weakness, or 2 new weaknesses, which are Psychic and Fairy, it does allow it to get Stab on Superpower, which brings it up to a base 180 power move, which is very, very powerful. And that helps it get past rock types, which can potentially get in the way. We gave it no new moves. Its ability is now Mold Breaker, so it can hit things that are, like, I don't know, like on a balloon or have Thick Fat with Ice Fang and stuff like that. We can hit past Lightning Rod, which is good. But anyway, the pros to Mega Luxray and the reasons why it is good. Great mixed attacker. Like its previous version, Luxray, it has very good and very respectable attack and special attack stats, allowing it to run mixed sets, which is very, very good for it. Another thing that's good about it is its speed. Because of its speed, it can outspeed base 100s if running Jolly max speed, but it's not like the fastest Pokemon in the world. Additionally, giving it Mold Breaker allows it to hit Pokemon with Lightning Rod, which can be very frustrating. And that's about all the pros we have to Mega Luxray. And now the cons, which basically are here to balance out Mega Luxray. So while it does have a great attack and special attack stat, it has no reliable form of recovery. This thing isn't going to sit here and tank hits. Especially when using moves like Wild Charge, you're going to gradually reduce your HP every single time you attack. So that helps keep it in check. It's kind of like Mega Ampharos. It hits really hard, it just doesn't have a way to heal itself. Additionally, while it does have a base 125 special attack, the only special moves you're kind of going to be getting out of it are Volt Switch, Signal Beam, which is not very good, and I didn't include it on the notable moves because it's not very good, and a Hidden Power of your choice, so it's like you don't have enough to build a full special moveset, so you can't go all Cure and Black on people and have like base 170 attack and base 130 special attack and be able to just break through all the things. Additionally, if you look at the typing of Mega Luxray, even though it does get Stab on Superpower is going to lower its attack and defense, which leaves it more susceptible to taking more hits. Additionally, it picks up 2 new weaknesses, which kind of stink for Mega Luxray, and then they help to make sure that this thing isn't broken. Another reason Mega Luxray wouldn't be broken is because of its average to subpar defenses. Like, an Earthquake is going to take this thing out. It's not going to be that hard. It's base 80 HP. Anyway, that is going to wrap up our Mega Luxray Week 2 Create Mega Project Series thing on the channel. If you guys did enjoy it, please make sure to slap that like button. This really did take me a lot of time, but they're really, really fun to make, and I would love to do more if you guys are enjoying the content, and you can slap the like button to let me know that you guys are enjoying. Also, make sure to leave a comment about, do you guys think Mega Luxray is broken? Additionally, tell me what Pokemon you would like to see in future weeks. On top of that, make sure to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content. With that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.